Woo! It's been 2 weeks too many that I've last talked about Fullmetal Alchemist. Last time I covered Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is the younger, more popular brother of the original show. However, I technically didn't review all of the original. In between the original and Brotherhood, a movie called Fullmetal Alchemist Conqueror of Shamballa was released. This movie is actually the finale to the original show and was released in 2005 in Japan and 2006 in the US with an English dub. This movie was actually advertised, not even joking, to be the best conclusion to any anime ever. That is a really ballsy thing to say. But since the 2003 version is my favorite anime to ever be released with Brotherhood following closely behind, it's not for me as a huge fan to judge. Does Conqueror of Shamballa wrap up the series in a satisfying way, or does it disappoint? Well, let's stop stalling and find out. Oh, and one more thing before we begin. Since this movie is a finale to the series, there's obviously going to be spoilers for the show in this review. So if you're considering checking out the show, do it before coming back. It's really good. So now let's begin. After the events of the 2003 show, Ed chases life for hours by going to the Gateway. In the Gateway is another civilization which is basically just hours, and every person who dies in the hour becomes energy for alchemy in the other. Equivalent exchange at its finest. Now, Al has his own body, but doesn't remember anything after his time as a walking suit, and Ed is living in post-World War II Germany, where tensions between the overall society are rising since World War II is about to take place. On the other side, there's other versions of our characters like Hughes, who is a Nazi, Al, who is Ed's best friend with a love for rocket inventing, and Bradley, or in this movie known as Fritz Lang, who is a homunculi that is actually based on a real-life Fritz Lang, and they're both German filmmakers. However, if the original Fritz Lang liked hunting dragons and was oppressed by the German government, I'm not completely sure. Anyways, the main setup is that Ed is trapped in Germany when he meets a gypsy who is being hunted by groups of people, since gypsies were also oppressed by the German society. Ed saves the gypsy and agrees to keep her safe, while on the other side of the gate, Alphonse is trying to find a way to reach Ed. All while this is happening, the Nazis have found out about the other side of the gate, and they attempt to break through to the other side to a road they call Shamballa, which they think is a perfect road. Couldn't be any more wrong. Overall, the entire concept of this movie is decent, but we don't get enough focus on what's going on the other side of the gate, which is where the original show is. And the movie focuses a little too much on the Nazi stuff. They even went as far as to have Hitler make an appearance every now and then. We know what happened with Germany. We don't need any more reminders. Also, without going into spoilers, the ending doesn't leave on a cliffhanger, but it doesn't feel complete, if that makes any sense. While the climax was alright, the ending was just dumb and didn't give a lot of closure. Also, okay, you know what? I'm done with spoilers. Here's your timestamp. Just skip, but I just have to talk about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Envy gets killed by Nazis. Yeah, he comes back as a dragon, and I was fine with that. And he fights Ed, but then he gets killed off by Nazis. Do I even have to mention this? Also, Hohenheim makes a return. Yay! But he's in the movie for less than 2 minutes and gets killed off immediately. This movie sucks at wrapping things up. But the animation in this movie is wonderful. It basically has the same animation as the show, so you can't really get wowed by it unless it's your first time watching Fullmetal Alchemist. Plus, those terrible CG zombie suits look pretty outdated. One thing I have to give this movie props for is its pacing. While it's not spectacular and there's suddenly moments the story drags, it still keeps you interested enough to continue watching. My biggest issue with the movie is how much disappointment it left me with. If you recall, I thought the original anime was good enough to be my best anime I've ever seen. So for this movie to not only not provide enough closure, nor a satisfying ending compared to what we could have gotten, is sad to think about. However, the movie does stand on its own, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just a meh finale to an amazing show that sucks. But I'll be fair and give it a 3 out of 5. Well, not really, because if I was being really fair, I would have actually given it a 4 out of 5. The creator of the movie was really overworked, and the director of the show even said he was amazed by what they managed to make. A 13-episode series to serve as the conclusion was actually proposed, since there was so much they had to explain and close off. But they were forced to make a theatrically released movie instead, which explains why the ending felt rushed. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace, everyone.